Hello and welcome back to my channel. Without further ado, we're going to do the draw for the skinny syrups because that gets it out of the way and I'm not liable to forget. So I'll ask Joe to, I think he's uploaded the relevant vlog, and I'll ask him to press the button and give us a winner.
Yep. Okay.
Good luck everybody.
The winner is Jean Ella. Another great video, Jane. I've used skinny syrup to flavour quark and plain yoghurt. I don't like ready sweetened ones as I find them too sweet, but with the syrups I can just put a tiny bit in. Would love to try a different flavour. Kiss.
Lovely, Jean. If you will drop me an email, and my email address is in the About Me section on my channel, then we'll order the skinny syrups and have them delivered directly to your home, or whichever address you want them delivering to. Cheers and congratulations, and thank you to everybody else who actually put a comment and went into the draw. We will be doing more giveaways in the future, won't we, Joe?
Yep.
Yeah. Right, let's talk about my week, because that's why I'm here. I'm journaling this journey for myself, and I'm standing in front of you this morning as a woman who could cry. I didn't know whether to, when I got on the scales this morning, I didn't know whether to swear, the air would have been very blue. I didn't know whether to cry or just keep the scales, because I am so disappointed this week. And it's no good like wrapping it up in anything else. I am totally and utterly disappointed in the plan this week. I'm not disappointed in myself because I'm really happy with the way I've eaten this week. I have been on plan all week. I went out on Wednesday with a friend. It was her birthday. We went out for a cake. She had a big piece of cake. I had a scone, which I sinned. I didn't have any butter on it because I don't like butter on them. So that fell. It took me 3 sins over on the day, but when I look at the number of sins I've had on the week, I've had about 90 and I'm allowed 105. So I'm well within my sins, I'm well within my comfort zone, I'm well within the plan. I know this plan inside out, back to front and upside down now. I love it. But this week it has really let me down and it has disappointed me. And I'm not taking responsibility for it as an individual because I've done nothing wrong. And this is where I find there are times when all of us can have an experience like this and be genuinely disappointed in the plan. As a rule of thumb, I love this plan. I love the lifestyle, I love the way of living, it's healthy, I feel great, I've got bags of energy and enthusiasm. But this week, if I'd have actually had a go at guessing what my results would have been, I said to Joe going to group, I feel like £0.5 loss maybe. You know, felt good, felt positive, felt good in my clothes, good in myself. Got on the scales and the dear lady said to me, "You've gained £3. And I honestly, I said, "Pardon?" She said, "You've gained £3. And I could have fallen off the scales. I was so surprised. And the lady who was standing alongside me said, "Oh goodness, that's not like you. What have you done, what have you done to deserve that?" And I said, "Nothing. I can stand here with my hand on my heart and say in all sincerity, I've done nothing to deserve that." So, sitting through the meeting, talking with the lady who was sitting at the side of me, who'd been on holiday for a week to Norfolk, had every kind of cake going and drunk lattes like they were going out of fashion and gained £1. She was really happy with her result and I was really happy for her. But I was so disappointed in my result. So she said, "Well, what have you done? What have you been out for meals? Have you done whatever?" Nothing. I said, "I've been going to Costa just about every day, which is something I always do. I haven't had one coconut or milky coffee, I haven't had a latte or anything like that. I've been drinking the new cold brew black coffee, which is literally just black coffee. So that's fine, that's no sins. Everything I've had, I've sinned. And my sins have been, I think my highest day was 18, which is the day I had the scone. But on my other days, I've been between 5 and 11. So on most days around 7, 7.5, 8. So I'm quite comfortable and quite confident in the way I've worked the plan. Now, one of the things that has happened this week is that I have chosen to have rice every day with my lunch. Now, I don't often eat much in the way of, I would say, carbs, but rice is a free food. It's sinned if you have some certain microwave pouches, but as a rule of thumb, it's a free food. So on some days this week, I have had Tilda rice that Joe's going to show you now. This is Tilda microwave rice. Now, bearing in mind, and Joe pointed this out before I came on camera, these sachets are supposed to serve 2 people. But I would have the whole sachet, and I think a lot of us would do that. Let me know if you don't. Let me know if you have half of this. That sachet, the Tilda sachet, is 2 sins. It's 368 calories. So on 5 days this week I've had that. Then we were in B&M Bargains and we bought this Blue Dragon long grain microwave rice. Now if you're looking for that on the app, typical crap app, and I'm sorry to be critical, Slimming Will, but it's true. That is the 72nd item on the app if you put in Blue Dragon white rice, the white long grain rice.
No, it's blue. If you put in Blue Dragon rice, it's the 72nd one down. And if you put in Blue Dragon long grain rice, which is called, it's not even on there.
It's not even on there. Yeah. So you have to, that's the 7, I mean, what a way to find something. Who'd really bother? So that one is 390 calories, free on the plan. I mean, totally free on the plan, no sins. Not just a free food, it's free on the plan. Now, can anybody, and I really genuinely mean this, can anybody explain to me why a long grain microwavable rice at 390 calories is free when another long grain microwavable rice at 368 calories is 2 sins? They both purport to have 98% rice in them. One has got 0.9 of a gram more oil than the other, and that is the lower calorie one, which is sinned. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I've been merrily eating the 2 sin one and counting 2 sins for it, except for Thursday and Friday when I ate the Blue Dragon one thinking, well, this one's free. I don't have to sin this one, but it's more calories. Common sense tells me the whole thing about weight loss and weight gain has to be based on calories. Calories in, calories out. Okay, it's only 22 extra calories, which would be like 1 sin in our Slimming World way of talking, but it's another nonsense on this plan. So I've had rice every day for 7 days in a row, which is something I would not usually do. But we know, don't we, rice is a free food. If I chose to have the Tilda rice, because that's got a sin count, it's 2 sins, I've counted them within my plan. And I have gained 3 pounds. And I'm standing here in front of you, in all honesty, and I'm not joking and I'm not messing. The only thing I can put a 3 pound weight gain down to is eating rice every day this week. And actually eating the whole sachet, which it now tells me is 2 portions. Now I know about Michael in Australia. Michael's going to tell me you can't gain 3 pounds of fat by doing that. I don't care what that 3 pounds is made up of. It probably is, mostly water. But bottom line is, today I stood on those scales and it shows a 3 pound gain in my book. That messes with my head. But we'll see where I am next week. So I weighed in today at 9 stone 4.5, which is not the weight I want to be. Not after having a good week on plan. So I really feel like the plan let me down this week. Okay. The other food or drink item that I wanted Joe to share with you today is this. Can you tell us what it's called, Joe?
It's a brand called Califia. 100% Arabica coffee, pure black, unsweetened cold brew coffee.
This is lovely. It's currently on sale in Sainsbury's for £2. You'll find it where you found the milk alternative milks, like the goat's milk and the soya milks and things. But I love iced coffee, and at the moment I'm drinking cold brew in Costa. And what are we paying for that? £2.50 for a small one?
Yeah.
And I have one most days because I'm a bit of a coffeeholic, I think. But that's £2, and is it a litre? 750 mils?
750.
750 mils. So I actually think that's quite nice to have in your fridge. Okay, you can make your own coffee, you can let it go cold and you can chill it and you can ice it. But there's something a bit different about these cold brew coffees, because often when we're in Costa, I'll have an iced Americano. That's okay, but it can leave a really bitter aftertaste in your mouth. The cold brew coffees don't tend to do that. They've got more of a sort of, I describe it as a creamy taste, even though they're only coffee. They've got a nicer taste, haven't they, Joe? The cold brew one in Costa is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good, yeah.
And that one is nice. So when the weather warms up, and it's certainly not warm today, it's flipping freezing in Nottingham again. When the weather warms up, it's a nice alternative to Diet Coke or alcohol, I suppose. Dare I say, alcohol. But you could put a splash of rum in it and it'd be even nicer, but you'd have to sim that. So, that's my week. One or two things I want to talk about. Firstly, something that's been an issue in a couple of things this week and a couple of conversations that I've had, one verbal conversation and one by email, has been about fat cells, because of course we all have them. And I was actually looking it up on YouTube and different places to have a better understanding of it. Because I always remember my hospital consultant saying to me that as you lose weight, of course, all these fat cells in your body are going to deflate. So I had this vision of me on the inside, I look like deflated bubble wrap. But once you've got those fat cells, they can stay empty because you stay lean, or they can refill, which is where any gained fat would go, not water, fat. So I was really interested to think, do we all have the same sort of number of fat cells? Or if you push up to 22 stone like I did, do you gain fat cells? How does it work? And basically, from my simple understanding of it, when you get above a certain size and all your fat cells are full, your body produces more fat cells to store the excessive. So I kind of picture myself as being this bubble wrap lady on the inside, and thank God I haven't got cellulite, because that would freak me out as well, because that would be like my bubble wrap showing on the outside, wouldn't it? So my bubble wrap's on the inside and it's deflated. And like this week, it kind of freaks me a bit, because I'm thinking, oh my God, all those deflated fat cells, and I've started refilling them. Now I know I haven't gained 3 pounds of fat, I'm not that daft. But I do think that for people like me, and I'm only talking about me, I'm not judging anybody else, once you've accumulated all those fat cells and the excess amount that I really must have by now, it's very, very easy to refill them. And I think that's why I say very often on here, I find it so easy to put weight on. And I hear a lot of other people say on YouTube, oh my God, you know, I only have to inhale a chocolate bar, I only have to look at so-and-so and I put weight on. Okay, we're joking in that regard. But I think the truth of the matter is, for me, and I'm only talking about myself, because I've got so many empty fat cells, I can refill them very easily. And this week, with a 3 pound gain for no genuine reason, or what doesn't feel like a genuine reason, I haven't indulged myself, I haven't been off plan, I haven't been messing around, that messes with my head, which in turn says to me, well, if you can put weight on that easy, why not just think, sod the whole thing and carry on eating? I'm not going to do that. I'm definitely not going to do that. But what it has pushed me into thinking this week is, I do need to be more mindful of how easy it is to gain weight. And if I want to stay slimmer, I've got to take better action. So this week, I will not be eating rice every day. Now, some people can. I'm not saying Slimming World says you shouldn't do this. What I'm saying is, for me, it's not right. So some people out there maybe eat rice, pasta, chips, all in one day. Some people may have rice once a week. Some people have loads of stuff that I wouldn't eat and still have weight losses, because we're all unique bodies. But for me this week, I think the rice has got to reduce. So if I do have rice this week, it will not be more than half a portion. But that in its turn freaks me, because there's no way I'm saving rice and reheating it, because that's one of the biggest health hazards. A lot of people who get deli bellies from eating curry and rice put it down to the curry, whereas the problem is genuinely, usually, the rice. You should not be reheating rice, and I don't want to eat it cold. So if I do eat it, I'll be eating half a packet and throwing the other half away. The Blue Dragon's only 50p a sachet, so that's not too bad. The Tilda's too expensive to be chucking it away. But this is the kind of things in my head that say to me, if you can gain 3 pounds by eating white rice, you can gain weight very easily, Jane, and you need to be on the ball all the time. What is brought up in me, thinking about it, since I was in group and coming home, is I'm going to have a go at doing an SP week. Now, SP is something I've never ever really done. Maybe the odd SP meal. I've never done an SP week. It might be insanity on my part. I might fail by Monday and be coming back next week and saying I just couldn't do it. But I do believe that for me, it's an opportunity to try that and come from a genuine place where I do need to lose some weight. Because when I was in the 8 stones, there was no point in doing an SP week. I didn't want to be dropping 2, 3, 4 pounds at a time. But I would like this week to drop at least 3 pounds, which is the gain from today. So I'm going to attempt to achieve that by doing an SP week. And I will come back next Saturday and I will tell you honestly whether I enjoyed it, whether I didn't enjoy it, whether I found it easy, whether I found it hard, or whether I had had enough by Monday and reverted to a year. I'll be honest. I'm always honest on my videos. There's no point in me being anything else because I need this to look back on. So I'm going with an SP week. I am not going to take the second Healthy Extra B choice because I can't honestly see the need for it. If you're going to SP, and now let me share this with you, this is only my opinion. A lot of people I meet who do SP very honestly share that they only do it to get the second Healthy Extra B, right? I can understand that. We all want to get the most out of this plan. Looking at it logically, if one Healthy Extra B is enough fibre when you're on Extra Easy, you then up your fibre by doing SP because you're upping your vegetable intake and your fruit intake, so you're upping your fibre. Why do you need a second Healthy Extra B if you're doing SP? I don't get that. I really don't get that. My consultant never pushes SP. We never talk about SP in group unless somebody asks about it because she doesn't really believe in it. She doesn't go so far as to say she doesn't believe in it like that. What she says is, show me why you need it. Because Extra Easy works. Well, it works for everybody in our group. We have brilliant masters in our groups. I think I'm feeling the need to do something a bit different. It won't be a case of I've got to drop yogurts to do SP because I don't eat yogurt very often anyway. That's not going to be hard. What I need to do is up my speed. Yeah, just up my speed. And we'll see where it takes me. It'll be an interesting experiment, and if I can't do it, I'm finding it feels like a diet, then I will quit. I won't push myself to do it for a week if it feels like a diet, because I don't want to be in diet mentality. So it's been a good week. We've had the decorator in, so the place can be, it's a bit like an assault course, but I haven't bumped into anything yet. Yeah, we've had a pretty active week, haven't we, Joe?
Yeah, it's been good.
Plenty going on this week. Plenty of really good food served from my kitchen this week. Can't grumble about any of it. All on plan, and it will be again next week because there's no point in doing it any other way. I am disappointed today. I am massively disappointed, but I'm not disappointed in myself. For the first real time, I'm disappointed in the plan because I've stuck to it, I've done what the book says, and I feel it's let me down. But is that because of my body type? I don't know. Or is it because I don't usually do it that way? I don't know. But I'm just, yeah, I'm happy to just continue. It's just one of those bumps in the road, isn't it? You know, I need to just get on with it. And as my friend always says to me, when I'm a great one for like pontificating. My friend Nikki always says to me, Jane, just do it. So that's why I'm wearing my Nike t-shirt today. I'm gonna just do it. See where it takes me. Have a brilliant week. Congratulations to Jean, our winner, and we'll be back next Saturday. Hopefully there'll be slightly less of me. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Bye.